Hi everyone, it's been a while since I've had this Steampunk journal out, and last time I did a video with this I was working at the back of the book. So this is almost completely finished, and I was working on this feature page. It's the one that has the interactive map on the back of it, and I still have these last few pages to decorate. So the last video I did, I completed that page, and I just wanted to completely finish this journal. So I'm in a group on Facebook that's a buy nothing group, and I got these journal planning, I don't really even know what they're called. It's a packet of refill sheets for an organizer, and so there's a whole lot of different types of papers in here. So one of the things we created last time was this slot pocket, and this has the card with the journal notes attached, and it seems to fit perfectly in there, so that can go in there. And then I've got these other types of papers. So these are action papers. These will tuck into those long pockets. And then there's some monthly planning ones here. So that makes them very useful. And just seeing which one of these is thicker. They're both about the same. So I don't know whether that's too thick to go in there. I can always pull some of the pages off if I need to. So that completes that, and that seems to fit quite well. So I'll leave that as it is. Now to finish these other pages, that's the inside done. I've been playing around with some scraps and just making a few different envelopes. Just with, this is an old piece of bag, and I've just folded it and glued the sides. This one is a book page, and I used my envelope maker to make that. These ones were just printer papers where the printer got jammed and it had some weird printing on it, so I've got some of those. So some of them I've just folded like these, and some of them I've used the envelope maker. And so what I thought I could do was make a sort of a stacked envelope using some of these on either this outside flap or the bottom flap, maybe the bottom flap. So that's my largest one. I just want them to be decreasing in size a little bit. Maybe those three. Oh, that one's a little bit too big. Yeah, let's try those three. So I will I think I'll do them on an angle, something like that. Looks okay. So for the first one, I'm just going to put glue on this back flap. If you're wanting to ink these, I've already inked some of these. And this was just a day of really couldn't be bothered making anything, and just use some scraps to make some envelopes really, and they become really useful for these sorts of projects. So I just want that to be centered. And then this second one, so something like that. It'll be nice actually to finish this journal completely and then move on to something else. And then the third one somewhere like that. And as I mentioned in the last video when I made these, I did leave a little bit of a gusset on the side of this feature page. So here, and I think that was, it's about an eighth, not even an eighth of an inch. So just, I think it was just the two closest lines on the scoreboard. And that's just allowed me to be able to do some things like this. So they're all ready to have a little something tucked in them. So there's the 3 envelopes there. And I think for the moment I'll leave that plain. So now I've got these 2 sides and these 2 sides. So let me get these out of the way. So what I've got left from all this is I've got lots of bits and pieces of, these are all the little bits and pieces of scrap and coloured card and labels and so on that are all in Steampunk. And this is what's left that I've printed out in papers that I haven't yet used. So I just want to try, without printing any more, just to use what I've got left and see if I can finish this off. So in the ephemera kit I've got these little ones. Excuse my little dog. And I thought that would just make a nice pocket on the outside there. And then I've got these little stamps, and just rather than putting a piece of paper on that, I thought maybe some of these might be nice. Just to decorate that cover. So I will do that, just try and line them up. So if I just maybe put my ruler I'm just going to clip my ruler there because the magnet is pushing it away a little bit, just to make a line. To keep the stamps level. So I've just made my ruler level with that edge, and then I'm going to glue these on. The weather is starting to improve here. It's been really cold, and we're just starting to get a few sunny days. So I've got the house open, so if you hear my little dog barking, anything that moves or squawks, he's on it. Okay, so I'm just going to level, eyeball these two about there and there. So if you've been following along on the Steampunk, using the Steampunk kit, I would love to hear how you've been going with it, and if there's anything that you need help with or would like to see in a video. Okay. Before that sticks, so that's the top cover, that's those envelopes, that's all completely done in there. And now I've got these two, so that one can be a pocket. What have I got out? I've got, this is one of the vellum pieces that I made from the master boards. I'm wondering whether that might fold up into an envelope. It's the right width and just be a vellum envelope. Let's do that. So glue and vellum are not my favourite things, so I'm going to try some double-sided tape. What I find with the art glitter glue is it tends to, you can see where you've glued, whereas the double-sided tape hides that. And because I've got the magnet there, I will put double-sided tape. If the magnet wasn't there, or I could cover that, you could make that a pocket as well, but I think this is bulky enough, so I'm just going to put the double-sided tape all the way around the outside so that it doesn't become a pocket. Now the envelopes that I've made and this envelope, using all the little bits and pieces left, I can fill the envelopes with that. That way people can continue to decorate the journal as they like. So just so I can get this lined up, I'm just going to peel part of that off, and I want to cover that magnet and have an equal amount top and bottom, which is about there. Okay, so there we go, there's a nice envelope to tuck something in. That's a nice pocket to tuck something in. And then, So these are the only two. I really want the closure to stand out, so I'm going to leave that plain, and then I think I'll just use a piece of scrap paper, what's left, to cover that. So it can either be in that blue tone, which looks quite nice, or that piece is big enough to, I think I'll go with the blue. So I'm just going to measure this and cut that 1/4 inch smaller. So that's, I want it 4.5 wide and 7 3/4 long. So 4.5, and I'm going to keep the people down the bottom, so we'll go 7. Now I've forgotten the measurement. 7 3/4. That will go there. I've rounded those 2 corners, so I'll do the same on this one. Let's see if I've used the large. And a quick ink. And I'm pretty sure that finishes this journal off. Okay, what else is in here? Maybe a couple of pages of weekly planning. Alright, so that means that we've got that pocket there, an envelope there to tuck some things in. That opens up. We've got the monthly planner, some action pages, the stamps decorating that. We've got the envelopes that can have a little card tucked in them. So I can tuck something in each of those 3. We've got the little notepad that pulls out tucked in there with plenty of papers in it, and I think that finishes it off really nicely. So that means that that journal is finally complete. And the last thing that I could do is just to sit and go through the little bits and pieces that I've got left. I've got lots of little labels and things that I've cut out that I can pop into those envelopes, little bits and pieces like that can sit in that back envelope, and that means that the recipient of the journal can pull bits and pieces out and finish decorating as they see fit. So well done me, I'm really pleased with that. I think it's finishes this journal off nicely. And just as a reminder, the feature pages are so useful. This one has this one here, you can see where the little tab glues onto the spine, and it just really gives you that really nice hard surface so that you can do some of the really nice additions to your journal, and whereas a page wouldn't be able to cope with the weight, for example the weight of this one with the waterfall cards on it, a page would buckle with that weight on it. So it's just a nice, really nice way to add to your journal and give it those nice features, and keeps nice and sturdy, and it doesn't make too much bulk in the journal. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing something get finished. I don't always finish everything, but it's really nice. I can call that journal completely finished now. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.